All right, welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, we have, let me get back to my notes, guys. We have lots of awesome stuff to talk with you guys about. Miss Mary, should I hand it over to you?
Sure.
I am. Let me just get.
How was everyone's Halloween, by the way? Good?
It was very good. I am a little out of sorts this morning, so I am very sorry because my MacBook.
Like I said, it's the day after Halloween. I just have to say for myself, yeah, that's always a crazy day. So let's honor that for a moment. November 1st. I feel like it should be a holiday.
That ship has sailed because I am old and all I did was hand out candy. So
hey, even if you're handing out candy, still.
We had like 175 trick-or-treaters.
Oh, that's
wow.
It's a lot.
We had more than we've ever had. Sometimes we have like 5 kids.
It was so slow at my house. It was so slow.
Last night we had the doorbell just kept ringing.
Wow. Well, fun. People are getting out. I love it.
Okay. I am not finding my notes on what. Okay.
What I have right here is that we are going to be talking about tailoring your conversation for your prospect that you're talking to.
Yes.
Finding new people to talk to through events, referrals, and posts. And last week we did not get to cover our ATM group, so we can chat about that. And also any upcoming information that anyone has to add.
Yes. So, and these were my ideas this morning, people, and I apologize for being disorganized, but just one of the things that I was really thinking about is to piggyback, and those of you who have not listened to our call last week, we really were focusing on what was important, but we ended with, and I put the categories, I actually went in this morning and re-listened to our entire call last week, because I think it's super important to think about how we're talking to people and doing the follow-up, but in conjunction with also talking to new people. They really don't need to know a whole lot about the rebranding. I mean, that's just what we, those of us who have been in for 2 years. So we talked a lot last week about reframing your conversations and really saying less is more about the transition, because we don't have a specific timeline and we don't have specific dates. As far as we do know that customers will be able to order their new products, we're still waiting for FAQs. And just remember, we built this entire business in pre-launch on the enthusiasm. And so go back to those, tap back into those things about, we don't know all the specific details, but what we do want to focus on is our 3 primary objectives that make MIG different: our culture, how naturally sourced our products are, and exactly that we have a comp plan that doesn't focus on bright and shiny, but focuses, especially with our new incentives, on paying the ambassador. That's what I love about it. I like to be able to choose, and a necklace or something like that doesn't incentivize me. Although, yes, we do know that we have some of those programs on a smaller scale, but really getting the paycheck and being able to pay my bills really incentivizes me. So tailoring your conversation, number 1 today, for your prospect. And Beth and Jen and Samantha just chime on in. But how do we really look at, after you've been establishing a relationship with someone, or you've kind of been dribbling, or they, on them over time, and building that relationship and saying, I'm so excited. I know you've talked to them just lightly before. We've lightly talked about this before. And I wanted to share with you what I'm so excited about. Is there a chance that you and I can chat quick, whether it's back and forth via messenger, and the voice message again is super important, or, I always do better picking up the phone, but just make sure that you look at, what is your prospect? Are they focused on their overall health and wellness? Are they focused on, maybe right now they are a little strapped for cash? And is the business opportunity going to really resonate? And craft your questions to kind of pull that out of them. What have you been thinking about lately in regards to this? Is there anything about MIG that resonates with you? And now, this change over to herbal alchemy. Ask questions to elicit a response that's not just a yes and no, but have them talk about where they are in their journey. I know I tell people I'm not as clean and not non-toxic, because trust me, I had some Halloween candy last night. But, I think back in the last 2.5 years, how many chemicals I've eliminated, and it's staggering. I mean, if you look at, the average chemical load, Beth shared with us, before, that some people say it's up to 200 to 250 chemicals. I've heard as many as 500. That research can go back and forth, but just knowing that you've eliminated the toxic things you put on your skin. So allow people to tell you, and then you can follow up with your subsequent conversation. Let them steer you, but also make sure that you're meeting a need of theirs, whether it's cleaner lifestyle, more. And what I tell people is we are truer to how our products are sourced. And they may or may not ask me that, but just ultimate clean. Or that they have a financial need, or, that their current career is super stressful. So ask those. So that's what I mean by tailoring your conversations to your prospect. Someone at my age, I'm just going to tell you, I'm 56 years old, is going to be very different than that young mom. So speaking to, yes, I do have friends that are younger moms, but more of the grandma, crowd. So I just want to make sure that we're not going to give you specific verbiage. We're going to give you ideas for you to be really mindful and thoughtful of how to talk to people. And I don't know if any of you others have, some tidbits to give or some advice to give on tailoring your conversation to your prospect. Does anybody else have anything to include on that? But just being super mindful and trying to elicit a response that shows you or guides you on how to talk to them. I had to take a sip of a rise. Secondly is finding new people to talk to. So I challenged myself a good 6 to 8 weeks before we were going to convention and signed up for 6 events in the 2-month period. And so now I'm also asking people if they would like me to host an herbal alchemy experience. So just getting in front of new people, contacting my customers that order on a really regular basis. Tomorrow I have an event with the local Chamber of Commerce. Next week I have a women's networking group, back-to-back days, Wednesday and Thursday. And I do that again in the month of December. So in the next 8 or 9 days, I have 3 events. So it may be that some of you can find networking events, business events that take place during the week. Some of you may be going to a lot of fairs and doing events based on holiday shopping. Look and see. I have a very set thing that I will not spend anything more. It has to be $100 or less for the booth. Like one of them, I paid $25, one I paid $75, and 3 of them are free. So just look for those too, because I would rather have more meaningful contact and be able to engage with, even a smaller group of 100 people or so, because your goal is to, and I got this from another MIG ambassador, your goal is to be making notes on your phone and getting people's contact information where you can follow up and further the conversation with them. Yes, you can do a cash and carry sale, but also think about starting a conversation where you meet new people. And then one of the things that I've done after my initial reaching out post convention was also talking to my subscribe and save customers. New stuff is coming out. I know this is not a party planning business, but the thing is, what really attracted you to MIG was experiencing how your skin feels and the smell. And then telling them that you'll help them with earning, give 10, get 10. And if anybody becomes a subscribe and save customer, we'll be able to. And I usually give them a hostess gift, which typically now I'll do like a lotion bar or something, but that's totally up to you. And that is a write-off. You can just focus on the give 10, get 10 for people to experience and the subscribe and save. So getting through events to get new people. You know, one of the most compelling things, and going back to the beginning when I heard about MIG, was receiving that first box in the mail where you can smell your entire, I don't know if you guys have the community mailboxes, but the entire mailbox smelled before I unlocked the door, and I loved it. So tapping back into what really attracted you at the beginning through referrals. And again, reaching out to your subscribe and save customers and saying, I know that you have loved this experience. I'd love to be able, we've talked about host to post. You can go back to how to work that. Contacting your subscribe and save customers about getting referrals from them. Do you know somebody else at your work or somebody that you could connect me to that would be interested in these products? And remember, all of them will come back to you via our subscribe and save program or our give 10 and get 10. So you can utilize their link for that and incentivize people. And then of course, we've had a separate training on posts about just engaging with new people and looking for new groups. And that's an entirely different training. And we've talked about that before, is how to work in groups to meet new people. And like Samantha said last week, and I just heard it again this morning, making sure that you don't throw up on someone, like the person that came up to her. I still laughed this morning about the person that came up to her when she was babysitting her nephew last week and she had a baby on, and the person just verbally threw up on her. You know, we're not prospecting every single human being on the planet. I was with a former company who said, for sure, your potential customer is every person on the planet who has skin. I'm like, really? Because there's anybody out there that doesn't have skin? I don't think so. It's build a relationship. Don't verbally vomit on people, and make sure that you are doing that in the correct way over time. Because we are, when we say we're investing in people, we are. But do think about your posts. Go back and look at your posts that you've said something about MIG. I did Sample Saturday last Saturday, and I sent out a half a dozen samples, and I've had great conversations with people since. So that's a good thing too. I mean, you can utilize our corporate sending a sample, and I just made mine here locally and put them in the mail. So that worked too. So upcoming information, we really want to be mindful of, you know, we do know that we need FAQs. We do know that we need training that will come. We've been told that Jamie later this week on Friday will be doing some information when customers can order. As we know that, each of us are going to be posting on our individual team pages and letting you know. But we are going to give some grace. This is a lot with branding, renaming, launching new products. And yes, we want all of the FAQs as super fast as we can, but we also want them done the right way and being mindful that we are in another pre-launch stage. Look at it as Samantha said, last year we've had 2 years of testing, seeing how well. I am a very much a business owner mindset of launching a business debt-free with 135% growth. And last year in 2021 was absolutely unheard of. And so focus on those things, the information that we do have. And then if people are asking, well, I just don't know what gua sha oil is and where's all the this and that, go easy, just go easy. It will come out. And also we are all going to be really excited when they roll out the process of certifying us and getting us trained as alchemists. Do I feel a little bit unqualified? Yes. And I'm just going to step into that and say, I'm going to learn right alongside you. And this is what I know, that we have a company owner that whose heart is to serve, and she's going to compile all the information as best as she possibly can. And that's how I'm going to serve you too. I don't think anybody, if you are like me, I have a little bit of a shoe problem. I don't know every single thing that what's my favorite kind of shoes? Well, I really got into Jack Johnson sandals this summer, so that was pretty cool. But just looking when I experience a new brand, I don't know everything about it. I put them on my feet and they feel good and they look cute. That's what I care about. So really, I don't know everything about every component when I buy something new. I just know how it makes me feel. And I know that I see results. Focus on that. And as soon as we have information available, we will get it out to you as quickly as we can. The four of us are virtually talking incessantly. And as soon as we get information down, we want it concise, we will make sure that we get it out to you as a field. So really upcoming information. I am getting a lot of phone calls and messages and Facebook messages about FAQs on product. We will have them as soon as we possibly can, and we've requested them. So I want to see, last week we were a little bit more interactive with our Tuesday Lunch and Learn. So I wanted to also ask questions, but we've gone over tailoring your conversation for your prospect, finding new people to talk through events, referrals, and posts. And again, in a relationship-based conversation where you get to know someone, upcoming information as we come out, and hopefully for sure on Friday, we will know a little bit more. And then how to dial down the anxiety and focus more on the experience. So if any of you have questions, I have not looked at the chat. That's a little bit more challenging on my phone. Can Jen or Samantha see? I feel like I just did all the talking.
You did great. Holy
You did
cow.
great,
Like, you
yeah.
were systematically amazing in all that you were saying. So we were just, reiterating a lot of things that you were talking about. The relaunch and how we were dealing what we were dealing with in the pre-launch, because we didn't have a lot of resources, and we grew businesses, and it was exciting because we were excited about everything. One thing I know I'm letting people know is about the whole thing about what a new ambassador coming in can reap the benefits of like all that extra cash,
Yes.
product credits. Those are just things that I just reiterate to people, whether they're new ambassadors of like the prospecting, going, hey, if, Christmas, holiday shopping, the costs and things like that, I always like, hey, there's a huge opportunity for you coming in that I can't even benefit from, but we're using it, we're putting everything towards the new ambassador joining the business. So
Well, and there's, to add on that, Jen, I was thinking about this. We have two, for new ambassadors, we have the early start program that's going on right now, or early success, sorry. We have our Q4 program, the last of the year, and we have our regular program, you guys. So they actually have three things that they can benefit from of all that's going on right now. And so this is the prime time to get new people to come in, or reactivate those who are still in that new ambassador status, because there's three, well, new ambassador status, they only have two, but as someone coming in, three things that they can be right on top of each other, stacking those right up.
I want to be a new ambassador.
I know.
So I went, Mary, when you were talking about events and such, I was going to unmute and say something, but people were loud in my house. There's a group in our company that is having a lot of success with pop-ups. And what they're doing is they're going to boutiques, salons, business owners, and doing pop-up shops. And what they'll do is they talk to the owner or whoever's in charge, and they say, here's what this can do for you. Here's what it's going to do for me. They'll buy a $50, $25, whatever dollar gift card, and they set a day, and they will set up a time to come in. They will set up their table somewhere in a very conspicuous place, and they buy a gift card from the business. So everybody who comes and talks to them or whatever that signs up has an opportunity to win a gift card from that business. And they're sampling out products and talking about all the things while they're there, and creating relationships with these business owners, and they're having a lot of success with that. So that's something that might be of interest to a lot of people too. I know Stephanie Miser does a lot of farmers markets, and she's doing just different kind of markets, but some people are doing it a little bit different than what she's doing, in like where Mary's got vendor events that she has set up and paid for tables or whatever. This is you don't pay them. Your fee is whatever the gift card is that you buy from their business to give away. So basically it's a win for everybody, because you're not paying a fee to, so if you don't have any vendor events in your area, or if you don't have a farmer's market, or you don't have someplace you can go like that, go to your local boutique salon. One of the places that Stephanie goes is a local, I think they call it an apothecary, right, Stephanie? Like it's like a pharmacy, but they do other things there.
The pharmacy.
Okay, pharmacy. So like there's different, think of the places in your town that people go, people buy things, people, little shops, mom and pop businesses, or businesses that you can talk to the owner and just say, hey, this is benefit for me. This is benefit for you. So that was one thing I just wanted to throw in there.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's awesome. So,
Shannon, it looks like Shannon has a question.
oh yeah, your hand is raised, Shannon. Okay.
I was just going to say real quick along those lines too, Beth, you tell them that you're going to promote their business. Hey, I'm going to be like, we have a great, check out your local coffee shops. We have one of our favorite local ones that has several different local products that they carry on their shelves as you walk in the door. And they've done pop-ups, and you're telling them too, I'm advertising your business. Hey, come see me at McLean's Market, grab a coffee and experience, the amazing smells of herbal alchemy or whatever. The other thing I was going to say, for somebody who likes to know all the answers, it's been a process for me, but it's okay to not know all the answers. And it's okay to say I have this box, I have this new gua sha oil. I have no idea what it does, but I'm so excited to learn, and it smells amazing and it feels great on my skin. It's okay. People relate when you don't know all the answers. They don't relate to you're perfect and you know everything. So just an encouragement.
Yeah, that is true. Yeah, I tell people, I'm like, oh, you're a teacher. Or, oh, in my case, you're a realtor. Did you know every single thing and every contract nuance and everything the day you started your job, or the first 2 weeks, or the first 2 months? I mean, everyone's career is an evolving thing. So we have to say, as new programs and new incentives are rolled out, we are going to learn right alongside of our customers, our fellow ambassadors. And that's really important. Otherwise, if you went to any new job and learned everything that you possibly could before you ever made a single sale in any capacity, the top of your head would blow off. And I even tell that to real estate clients. I'm like, this is a process. I will walk you through. It's a learning curve. And if I told you everything about buying a house right now, you would live in a cardboard box. Just saying. So it's really, really important to say, I'll learn right alongside you. And I love this. I know that it is clean. It is nature sourced. I mean, the herbal alchemy with the high vibrational botanicals, I'm just really wrapping my mind around it. But I know that the experience, once you smell or feel it, is going to be amazing. And so let's take this journey together. And that's how you just frame it. And it makes so much more sense and actually dials down people's anxiety level about making clean choices, because it is overwhelming. If you look at, now I walk around my house and think everything that I have here is toxic. So let's just do one thing at a time, and we'll walk through this journey together. You can ask me questions, I'll find out answers, and sometimes we'll have to wait. It's all in how you poise yourself. So that's good. And Shannon, your hair's on point today too. So, do we have anything else? And again, because I don't know what my technical difficulty is. Oh, Stephanie's saying reach out to local churches. That's a great idea too. So thank you very much.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to say too, you guys, this is something I just signed up for yesterday. Schools are doing events. I know I'm actually in charge of my elementary school's event in December, December 3rd. But from the ones that we did last year, other schools are starting to do events. And I just found out about one this weekend. I went yesterday and signed up for it. Is it probably going to be smaller than the one that I run? Yeah, but I don't care. I'm going to go and first of all, my $30 goes to a great cause, public schools and education. Awesome. I love it. Or if it's a private school, I don't care. Education in general. And I'm going to get some great contacts. Even if I come away from that with 4 customers or 1 amazing ambassador, that is plenty. Like you need to think quality, not necessarily quantity when you're doing these events. And go do everything. Now is the time. I was just talking with my husband. Now is the time for you guys to work this like crazy. We're in pre-launch again. Work it like crazy until the end of the year. And then this next year, you want to be working your business like mad. I mean, and really and truly, I know we talk about working from a place of rest, all those kind of things. I'm not saying like drive yourself nuts, but work this like a full-time business. Give this a year and a half. You will be amazed at what you will grow and how much that will come back to you in residual income as you, and then you can kind of slow down and back up. But I'm saying go full force. Don't slow down right now. This is the time to speed up. Momentum, momentum, momentum. Go, 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 go. Because now is when you have the most for people to gain that are coming to join you.
Awesome.
I just wanted to add just one thing. I know you can't see me very well. My camera on my laptop is terrible, but can you hear me? That's the first
Yes.
question. Okay,
Yes.
so at People's Gyms, a lot of people from ASEA and different companies come in and host a lunch. You don't have to do that, but usually gyms want people to come in and educate their customers. So that's another place that you could try to go in. To your own personal gym or anybody's. You don't have to be a member of it. So it's a nice way actually for the gym operators to learn too. And they're already having the other kind of people in there. So there's no reason why they wouldn't have yours. Yours is very, very unique. So.
Yeah. That's an awesome idea. Thank you, Julie. And that did come through really clear. So I appreciate you contributing. So. Well, very good. Any other ideas? So if we are good for today, then I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. We, as always, Samantha was generous enough to get this started on her computer. So I will log into our Zoom account, get this downloaded. And typically I have that done within the next 30 to 45 minutes. So we want to be super timely on this. If you have teammates or just, whether it's your downline, sideline sister or whatever, just tell them to tune in and watch these Tuesday Lunch and Learns. Always remember that on our Fully Activate You site, that password is now become. So we look forward. We will have a company-wide masterclass next week. We'll start to post on. And remember, we have a business opportunity and we provide that, the 4 of us, for you so that you have things to dial into and help you learn how to do master classes, and also just make sure that we expand and provide those business opportunity calls for you to tap into. So have a fantastic rest of your Tuesday and make it a great day. Happy November 1st. We're on a roll here at the end of the year. I'm excited. Thanks so much and bye-bye.